Welcome back to the channel. Today is shop update number 9. We got some small projects kind of rolling through here and chargers off at upholstery so we can actually walk around the whole shop. So let's check it out. So this is a, 39 Chevy, I think. Someone correct me, please. Denny built this car probably 15 years ago, honestly. It's got an LS3 in it, Art Morrison chassis, really nice build. Bob Jasper did the upholstery, him and Denny worked together for many years. Yeah, lots of good people working on it. It was red actually for the original owner, and the guy he sold it to, which is also a customer of ours, wanted it black. Probably 6 or 7 years ago, Doug and I completely took the car apart and reshot it all black and put it all back together like it never happened. It's here now had like a power steering hose leak, and then unfortunately he lives probably a little over an hour away. He had the car towed here. Right when the tow truck got here, I always go out and just like walk around the car just to make sure, just to evaluate and make sure there's no damage or anything, because unfortunately it does happen sometimes. And I noticed the strap was rubbing on this fender. So I just snapped a picture of it real quick, and then we backed it off the trailer, and I walked back out there again with all the straps off, and sure enough, the strap had rubbed right through to the primer on this fender. So I pointed it out, and yeah, we got to fix it now. So this entire fender, we could have probably done like a little halfway repair and spotted in it and stuff, and it'd been okay, but I don't like doing that. You know, there's no reason that the customer should have to have a repair done like that. So the whole fender comes off, and we'll make it a completely seamless blend and get it all put back together like it should be. Really, the car came here for like a very small job, unfortunately turned into more, but fortunately we have the capabilities to do it in-house. So it really is not going to extend the length of the time that the car's here more than a week or two. We can knock it out, get it done, and send it home. Maybe customer will come pick it up this time. Just a cool, clean car. I definitely like it in black a lot more. The black also still works with the interior. It's a little bit cleaner, a little more stylish in my opinion. Really well done. I like the way this one came together. We've also got our resident Ford truck in here. Customer's just been really busy, so we're just driving it, stacking some miles up on it, and that's fine. Shake it down more and more. Everybody likes looking at it. So, I had a thought today. Tyler, tell me what you think. I feel like everybody that watches these videos is kind of like the old retired guy that comes to your shop just to like see what's going on. You know what I mean? No, but seriously.
That's like how everyone has like, the fans have like names. We have the old retired guys.
Yes. So, like I was saying, everybody loves the old Ford truck. So that's cool. It's sitting here. The Corvette that we've been working on for a while that you've seen in previous videos was a small job that grew into a big job. We are to a point now where we're doing the final assembly of it. We did some radiator stuff, did a little bit more paint work to it, and Matt has just been putting it back together. So it's good to see. It's a nice, clean car, and we've been able to make some good improvements on it and get it down the road, and they'll be able to enjoy it a little bit this summer. Chevelle is just kind of hanging out right now. It's a little back burner right now, but that's all right. We'll hopefully get back into it in the next month or so. This is a pretty exciting one right now. This is the chassis for the 36 Ford Roadster. So the Roadster is off at Sandblast right now. We'll have that probably towards the end of this week. So in the meantime, we've got the chassis set up in the jig table. From here, it's kind of a bouncing back and forth. So we got the LS3 coming from Delmo's in Arizona. He found a 525 horse LS3 from Chevrolet for us, and he's gonna set it up with all of his like Y-block valve cover adapters. It's gonna look like it has a carburetor on it. He also makes this really cool distributor kind of that holds all the coils at the back of the engine, so you can route all the plug wires and make it look like a vintage engine. So that'll look and fit this car really well. So I'm excited to see that come together. But where I was going with that is with the chassis and the jig table, we will set the body on the frame. And this chassis is not made like this hump, and the width of it and everything is not exactly made for the body. There's no body mounts on it. It will work because we've done this before, but there's a lot of work involved with putting outriggers out to catch body mounts, setting it up for the running board. So all of that work, most of it at least, will be done on the table. It's kind of a process of getting the body up here, elevated, cut some of the floor out, set it down, get it fit. We'll have to put a rear tire on it because there's nothing locating the body front to back. So we have some plywood tire mock-ups basically that are just the diameter of the tire. We'll put that on with the fender and just position everything. We'll also be playing around with the engine location as well. So it's got a small block Chevy firewall in it basically, which is a common thing you can buy for these cars. We'll be locating the engine front and back, setting the pinion angle, the height of the engine, kind of all at the same time. And we'll be working through all those little issues, locations of everything, and then start to nail certain things down as we can. We'll leave a lot of the bracing in the body during that process because so much of the floor will be getting cut out to fit over this chassis. So that'll be fun. We'll definitely be doing like a full build update on that when we get to a little farther along through that. Yeah, this is a fun project. Years ago, when I worked for Denny, we did a 4-door convertible 36, and it was basically done this same way. So we've been through it before, which is a little bit beneficial, but it's all custom at the end of the day. This is that fender for the 39 that's taken off. Connor today this was where it rubbed through to the primer, so he just feathered this back a little bit, put a little bit of filler back on where it burned through, and then he'll surface this area and then blend the black out and clear coat the entire fender. So it'll be totally seamless. And then that'll dry, get cut and buffed, and then reinstalled. So still a lot of work, but it's the right way to do it. The rear floor on the Corvette is in for good. So Matt and Brian got that all fit and glued in place. So this entire rear floor was cut out from the original, and the wheel tubs gave it a little extra width for the tires and also a little bit of height so we can make it sit quite a bit lower than it was factory. It also elevates the center of the floor in the back so that it can clear this independent rear suspension from our Morrison. And we actually found that there's a bit of space through here, kind of in this area of the floor. We might pocket this out and put the battery and some electronics in there, which will be nice. So we'll see. Probably get a seat mocked up in here soon, be able to figure out, accessibility wise, what that's going to look like. Most of these panels, this is all stuff that we bought from Dynamic Corvettes, which somebody in the comments led me to them, which was great. Most of this stuff just overlaps, so you kind of panel bond it together essentially, and then we'll go back and glass some of the seams and stuff from the bottom once the body's off and like in a rotisserie. I really like seeing these bumpers on here in copper. Brian added to the edges in some spots, took from the edges in other areas, moved them in and over, changed the brackets to get them all gapped nice and even and sucked into the body. All that work was done in steel, and then we sent these out to get, this is like what they use as filler, which is the copper. They can block on them, hammer on them, straighten them out. And now they come back to us for one more final check on the fit, and then they'll chrome plate them. It's like one extra step just to ensure that we get the fit how we like it. Because when they put the copper on the bumpers, it builds up, especially on the edges. So we just want to make sure all the gaps are as we wanted them and as we had them. The front's on too as well. I really like the way the front came around. Everybody sees them like, whoa, copper bumpers. Like, it actually, with this color, it doesn't look terrible. We've also got, this is a 34, I believe. Another one, an old Street Rods by Denny build. So there again, this was pretty close, 15, maybe 20 years ago that Denny put this car together. And local customer, great customer, has had the car this entire time, and we just kind of maintain it for him. Water pump seal went out, it was leaking all over the place. Thermostat was also leaking. Brian got it all torn apart today, so we'll get some more parts, put it back together, clean up. There's some staining and stuff from the antifreeze, so we'll definitely need to clean all that kind of stuff up and get it back going down the road. Another nice, clean, pretty timeless street rod style build, just proven to hold up really good over many, many years. So I think that's like the best representation of building a nice car or something, is when it stands the test of time and it still looks really just about as good as it did when it was new. Derek's been ripping on. We got a set of coil covers running through right now, a bunch of shims that are going to Art Morrison. So they sell with their chassis. This gets a little topper deal and all that, but this is a shim kit for doing alignments on their front ends. So we make these for them. Seems like they've been selling them with just about every chassis they offer, which is great. Yeah, all these things get packaged up and sent out. And then in our outer garage, we have Jack's 33. So we did a full build breakdown on this that you guys really seem to enjoy. It's back because we think that one of the floats in the carburetor was sticking. The carb was basically running out of fuel. So we got the carburetor torn apart. There was a little bit of gunk in it, so we're gonna just do a reseal on it, rebuild it, and put it back together. This is such a relatively small job. Most of these cars in here right now really are just kind of small jobs. So we have a lot of customers that we just take care of their cars. So these kind of projects stack up a little bit, and then we'll get a little lull in our big projects. We'll move some of these in for a week or two, knock them out, get them out. And then like right now, the 36 is at Sandblaster, the Charger's at Upholstery. So it kind of opened up a window to knock out some of these small projects. We'll get those back out, get back focused on the big jobs and so on. So it's a constant like balance. And it's really great when we have customers that aren't in dire need of us to do things. They can kind of just be on standby, is what I tell people often. and I just have a list of people, and we just kind of pluck away at those and keep everybody informed. So it works out really well. So I really like these shop updates. And if you enjoy them, leave us a comment, ask questions, give us advice on what you would like to see more of or less of. And if you like it, like it. If you have a question, ask it, and check back next week for more. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they're like 30 minutes in, it was like, okay, now all of the cool people are the only ones left. So you're the cool people.
All right, try something else. Do like a...
How did those guys do it?
Yeah, wait.